We him. This is an attempt to collect the debt. Always remember, whatever you hypocrite, false pretend, backbite, mumbling, and grumbling against will be used in that collection of a debt. These messages are always being recorded for quality assurance to make sure no side deals get cut with nobody, but everybody got to come in, Brother Red.
By the door.
Straight, narrow path. Isn't that right? Let's look at something. Yahushua 6:44. Yahushua. For those watching in, you would call him John. But the name is Yahushua. 6:44. Listen to the book.
No, a noose can come to me.
That's right. A noose would refer to a noose, correct? Or men. A noose would be the proper word. You'll find in translations when you read some of these other Bibles, the Hebrew Bibles, that's why we're not Hebrew. This is something else they made up. We are of the Abari. Abari is actually what it'd be called. You'll find them in translation. They'll spell it with an I. Again, this is always, when you find letters like that, you're going to find a discipline from Latin. The proper terminology for our people is actually called the Abari, because we refer back to what man? Abraham. Abraham, which would mean exalted father. That's what his name means. When you find father of many nations, Abram would be exalted. It would be the exalted father. So when we found Yahusha on the two, he was actually Abram. The Ram, R-A-M, stands for exalted. Y'all got it? Abram, which means he was the exalted father. Y'all got it? After he pierced him in his side, after he had already broken, he created and others stemmed from him, he became who? Abraham, because that means he became the father of many nations. See the difference? So you just got to know how everything transitioned. When he was on the two, who was he? Abram, exalted. When he came after he had already birthed out the nation, he became Abraham. Y'all got it? Okay. Let me see something. Galatians 3, since we're here. 3:16, and we'll get 26. Listen, this is the book of Galatians, chapter 3, at verse 16. You know what beautiful? We can write it down so people can go back and be no mistranslation of people saying, I thought he said it's written right down. And I stand for correction. Everybody, let me tell you something. As we making the transition, we moving, we want to leave ourselves room for growth. What has happened with a lot of our people, and when they stuck us in these churches and it's Christian antics, it's actually Christian antics. So that's all you guys, a lot of antics going on with them, a lot of stuff just being portrayed in them. Well, you actually look at our religion and our teaching, it allows us that room, and we got to keep that clarity where we can always transition. We don't want to be blocked and locked into a way that we can't see when Yahuwah come in and say it's time to divide and separate. It's time for us to elevate. You got me? I like it. I don't want to meet with nobody about nothing. They come out doing nothing he said do. Ain't nothing to meet about. He said do it. That's what he said. They got that. Who to meet with? Who to talk to about it? The people all are heathens. That's what we do. Y'all got it? All right, let's see what it says. Galatians 3:16. Listen to the book.
Now to Abraham.
See, this not to Abraham
and his seed were the promises made.
See the difference? He didn't call him Abraham. And to his seed, S-E-E-D, were the
promises made.
Plural. He said not.
And to seeds,
plural,
as of many.
As of many.
But as of one.
But as of one.
And to thy seed.
Which is who?
Mashiach.
See that? And to thy seed, which is the Mashiach. So all the promises, this is the problem we have when people read the Torah or read the Nabah, which is going to be when you find the Tanakh. You'll find it Tanakh, and the reason why they spell it Tanakh, because they're going to refer to the Torah, they're going to refer to the Nabah, and they're going to refer to the Ketuvim, which is the writing. Y'all got me? So when you go back to look at the Torah, which is instructions, when you go back to look at the Nabah, which is what they would say prophets, we don't have prophets. Prophets are people that soothsay for God, which makes sense. In every Christian church, they got people come to town. Prophets. And they don't look, they ain't soothsaying, house, husband, car, he's soothsaying. They said, no, you'll never find where any Nabah came in giving promises of gifts of giving of things. Whenever they came in to speak to the people, it was concerning them coming down. Let's see if we can prove that out. At the book of Yahusha, they're going to call him Jeremiah. And we all know that Jeremiah was, and he ain't no damn friend of mine. Why would a grown man have a bullfrog as a good friend? See, we just been singing and finding wife, but you got to right there tell you something wrong with the cracker. Cracker can't treat you right, but hell, he can love a bullfrog. Make sure Brother Anthony's wife get a married. Sure, when they get ready like they free. Might be give them two. His wife can't believe they got one. Maybe she'll believe they got two of them now. Sometimes people don't believe they got one. You got to give them two. That way they can believe. 28, let's see about 6. Listen.
Even the Nabah, Yahusha said.
Okay, I'm sorry, back to verse 1. Let's see what happened. See, I want this. What makes it different? When you can read it, nobody can tell you what it ain't say now. That's a different now. People start. I remember I said stuff that people said and preachers said, and I ain't never read it until you get shooken down and somebody say, "What that said?" You be like, "How y'all like Spelleroy?" I just knew, man, I went through that Bible looking for that thing. It's not in there. I heard a preacher quote, he put in such a saying. He said, "You don't drink no spoiled milk. You don't want no spoiled child." That's why the Bible. I said, "That's on it." Anointed word. He had put that thing in like a little sentence phrase. I was like, it ain't in there. You just be certain. He never said that. He never said it. But yet people saying, that's why even Shaul told that people going to be given over to fables. And that's what happened a lot of times. We start getting these fables in our hand and start putting them in our mouth. We start making a mess. Y'all got it? When we come down and for our action and our reaction, it has to be the dabarim. They'll say word, but actually for him it's called the dabarim. Dabarim. For word. Y'all got it? Dabarim. Listen.
And it came to pass.
Listen what happened.
The same year in Barashit of the reign of Zedekiah.
See, they would tell you in the beginning of his reign, Barashit. Listen.
Malak of Yehuda,
yes,
in the 4th year, and in the 5th moon, that Hananiah, the ben of Azur, the Nabah.
See, that's something as well we learn to say. We recognize our time changes by the moon. They have months. All that stuff always refer over to Greek goddesses. Now here they're February, January, all these refer over to their goddesses. That's why we refer over to the moon, because the moon determines the time. That's how we know when time changes. We gave us these, hold you got Barashit. We're going to call it Genesis. Barashit, which means the beginning. 1. Let's see, 1 and 12. Now, this is not in actuality of how our book will actually read, but it gives us enough for now until we start transitioning. We will get to reading our book the way it is written. See, they did a lot of transliterating, so they changed a lot of words. They changed a lot of stuff, just like giving you Genesis, because everything they give, they keep influencing you with Greek discipline. That's the problem we got. They always make sure they're going to put a little of their hand on something. They said, well, it's the same thing. It's just in English. Sometimes they take away the validity of our sentences. Isn't that right? When they tell you in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth, that's not what he said. Is that what he said? Y'all would there? Yeah, show y'all what he did say. For those watching in. You know why I did this? For the sake of them that stood by. That's why I said it. What he would have told them was, Get Genesis 1:1. Let's see how they read versus how our book reads. Genesis 1:1. Listen.
In the beginning,
Our book says Barashit. Come on.
God created the heaven and the
Our
earth.
book says bara, which means in the beginning, created. They said God. Our book says Elohim. Created.
The heaven and the earth.
Our book says in the beginning, created Elohim, his sign in the Shamaym, which they're going to say heavens. What does it say?
And the earth.
Our book says a sign and in the earth, which is a ritz. So you can see when you read their sentences versus how our book reads, it's not the same. Our book comes in clearly let you know that in the beginning, created the mighty one, his sign in the Shamaym. They just told you he created the heaven and the earth. Well, what's significant, he told us he put his sign there. That makes a difference. Not only that, I put a signature there. And I put a sign in the earth. Which means for those of us that are of Elohim, we look for this. Let's see how important that is. Yahusha. We don't finish this up. I'll tell you for more than 1 second, they'll get in a month. Yahusha chapter 12, verse 36. I said 36 is what I want. Yahusha. Listen.
But I say unto you that every...
Okay. Do I want higher than that? 34? 34. Right, rest. Thank you, sir. Listen.
O generation of vipers, how can ye, being evil, speak ta'ub things? For out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaketh. A ta'ub anus, out of the ta'ub treasure of the heart bringeth forth ta'ub things, and an evil man out of the evil treasure bringeth forth evil things.
Ta'ub. Listen.
But I say unto you that every idle dabari that anus shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the yom of judgment. For by the dabarim...
Drop down to 37. Listen.
For by the dabarim thou shalt...
You read 37. Come on.
Thou shalt be justified, and by the dabarim thou shalt be condemned.
That's our book. Come on.
Then certain of the scribes and of the Pharisees answered, saying...
Listen what they said.
Malak.
What happened?
Malak.
What word do they have there?
Master.
Master. See how the crack always been getting you? That's amazing. Because in slavery, guess what you had? A master. See how he oppress you even in this book? He wants you to call master. We use the word malak. Malak is singular. Malak. We'll use emperor. Y'all finna make me? You know? That's how you do it. I just spell empire. P-E-R. Yeah, that one. Emperor. That's not close. Come on, what's that? R-O-R. You get it wrong, you can give up your job. Can't be like, because typically what they'll say is king. The problem we got with their words a lot of times, it doesn't make sense that our word mean the same thing their word mean. If it does, we don't have to use our words. Emperor would be closer. We take it from the word which is emperor. That's just like if you go to China. They don't have no king. They have emperors. Asia going to be right over the top part of the region where we come from. Why we come up with kings? That's stuff we get from these people. All their kings have always been filthy and rotten to the core. Our word we want to be close for us would be emperor. I did pronounce it right. I used to tell y'all negus, it'd be negus. Yeah, negus. I'm pronounced with double O. See, that shows you just how people know our language. Because the U makes a double O sound. Negus. emperor, not king. We're emperors. This man took everything away from. That's why you'll see like drug dealers. You'll see the first thing you'll see them do is dress flashy, don't they? That's what all our emperors always did. And you know what the crack always watch? He watches you try to figure why you always put it. Then you know, nigga, man, why you wear all that stuff? You don't want to look because they want you to keep looking like a slave, so you'll go back to your master. Cracker can have it, you just can't have it. Yeah, that cartoon flashy for me. And you go back and look at our emperors, all of them were flashy. That's amazing. He commanded Musha to make the robe when it came down to the Kohan, not priest. You know what he told him to make it? He said, make it for beauty. For beauty and for splendor. I don't know what people thinking about. Cracker the one taught her that. He's like a drug dealer. See, he done impress. When a cracker put on, what he look like? See, he programmed your mind to already think down on your people. Because he keeps you. That's why you don't have no problem calling him master. He got a master lock. Got a master's degree. Hell, that don't mean you know that. That means your damn ruler gave it to you. How did you get your degree? It's a master degree. It told you who owned it. Hell, you still paying for it. He get us every time. He got it. It's still here. You got to pay for it. See, you'll start saying stuff you don't realize. That man keeps telling you. You say master. It don't mean I actually mastered that. It means this who owns it. This is my master's. What you say? You say, well, I got my master's. Damn right. That's where you enslaved at. Hell, I got a street degree. I got mine from experience. People say, what's the equivalent to it? I'll be lying to you if I tell you something equivalent to a street degree. There ain't nothing like it. Man, I got a street degree. It is. It's a street degree. It's just you only get that through experience. Isn't that right? You can't go to none of the school, they won't teach it to you. He's going to teach you how to be a slave. He's going to teach you against stuff. And the same stuff he teach you against is the same stuff you're going to find him doing. Okay. Let's just look at it. Let's see what he told her. Yahusha. Listen.
Malak, we would see a sign from thee.
See what they said? He said, we will see a what?
A sign from thee.
Listen to what he told them.
But he answered and said unto them,
a what?
Evil and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign.
Now, you know what don't make sense? It don't make sense that he said anybody want a sign was even an adulteress. He was telling you that people that do corrupt things and look for a sign. Listen to what he told them.
And there shall no sign be given to it.
They're not going to get a sign. Tell them what sign they're going to get.
But the sign of the Nabar Una.
Una, who they going to call Jonah. What they call him, Jonah? Goodness. Una. Y-U-N-A-H, not Jonah, who don't even have a J. Una. Y'all got it? Our people should already know this anyway. I try to make sure people watch along can learn. People don't know. You know what I'm irritated about? The fact that why the hell everybody trying to be so secretive for? Give people a fair chance. If they don't want to be saved, go to hell. But that ain't our decision to decide who's going to be saved. Put the information that people that want to be saved, I want to know. Like they got mad. They say inquiring mind. Hell, I used to wonder why the inquirer run off the stage. Because people look at this, I want to know. You see, when wife ain't even getting there because it's stuff in there. Said it, breaking up. Said it, doing it. Said it, got new. They get it. They say inquiring minds want to know. Well, this is our inquirer. We want to know what is it that the man want us to do. He said this is the only sign that's going to be given. Tell him what happened, son.
For as Una
was where?
3 Yamim.
And 3 what?
Nights in the whale's belly.
So what?
Shall the bin of a noose
be what?
3 Yamim.
And
3 nights in the heart of the Aritz.
Now he just told, which means what word we're going to use for that? Ot. That's the ot. Now the difference is which ot? A sign, exactly. He just told them that's the sign they're going to get. You're going to get an ot. A wicked and adulterous generation will seek after an ot. He said, but they're not going to be given the ot they're looking for, except for the one he named. And we know it's a sign because he said that's what he put in the Aritz, a sign. If he'd have said the Shamaym, it would have been what? His sign. Because that's why he put him in the Shamaym on the 2, because he was his son. That was his sign that he was his son. I can't believe other people didn't get paid for this. They ain't going to take the time to tell our people that. These people, they glory on letting out. What do you get out of people falling? What do you gain out of our people going the wrong way? What do you actually get knowing that your people sitting here dying and you don't even give a damn? That's crazy. Our people dying. Every day we losing people out here on the line on the back that don't even know. They ain't had a fair check, don't even know. It's crazy. About a sheep, 1 in 12. Angry and frustrated. Why shouldn't I be? Every day we losing people. From every race. Our people ain't just consistent of our color skin. Don't even be stupid enough to believe that. Don't be stupid enough to believe everybody that's going to walk in and be with us is going to be of our color. You're an idiot. That's damnable doctrine. Man, I told her he's going to be a light unto the Gentile. An order to the Gentile. What color? Just on our dark-skinned people? That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense. I don't know what people believe what they want to believe. A lot of stuff we believe is dangerous. A lot of stuff become dangerous. For us to believe it's just going to be us, the people he told, it wouldn't make sense for him to be Abraham. Many nations? That's wild. Yahusha all going to come back under one. Many nations? Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. I get people believe what they want to believe. Sometimes, you know what it's all about, though? What make you sleep at night? Some people can sleep at night with a lie, living a lie, being a lie, and a hypocrite. I can't do it. About a sheep, 1 in 12. So that don't work no more. Come on, listen. Thank you very much. I'm not ever feel now. Thank you very much. Listen.
And the arich brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind.
Whose what?
And the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself.
Listen.
After his kind. And Elohim saw that it was Taub.
Now you hear what he just told you about the tree? He said the tree yielding seed.
And the tree yielding fruit.
And the tree yielding what?
Fruit.
What is fruit? Plural or singular? Listen what he told you.
Whose seed was in itself after his kind.
Did he put plural on the seed? He just told you from about a sheet that one seed was going to bring out a tree that's going to yield out multiple fruit. What good is a tree that only going to shoot out, produce one fruit on it? It's a fruit tree. It means it produced fruit, multiple, plural. But he only told you, he said, whose seed was in itself. See, the story we hear about to Abraham and to his seed, singular, was the promises plural made. He was not talking unto seeds, plural, as a many. He was talking about one. And to your seed, which is the Mashiach. Now we come back and we find him about a sheet. He just told the same thing. He said the tree yielding fruit. The tree yields out fruit. Y'all hear me? Plural fruit. Y'all hear me? But he only said his seed was in itself. Which means that seed that come out from that tree can produce multiple fruit. So when we see the Mashiach, the promises that he gave to that one seed multiplied out to us. All right. And the thing about it, he told you about it in the beginning. The good thing what I love about Yahuwah, he said, I declare the end at the beginning. When he came on the scene, we had no idea that he was going to produce this much fruit. One seed went in the ground, and now we sprung up. Who knew it? But he told us this. You said beginning. He said, I declared the end at the beginning. Listen.
And Elohim saw that it was Taub.
Listen.
And the evening and the morning were Yom Shalishi.
Which is the third day, they would say. The word is Shal. Oh, I might mess this up. Shali. Which is third. Shalishi is actually the name. Day is something we get from them. You laugh at that wrong? What I did? What I do? Leon, you can't see this thing go around like that, Leon. That's the plus the third. That's plus the day. See, Shalishi is third the day. Y'all got it? Third the day. I ain't gonna be wrong. It love you and right and wrong. I don't want to be right. What am I gonna do with y'all? Goodness, I can't. Where them church that where folks don't correct? They just gonna say, hey, folks just wave their hand. Goodness. And what I supposed to put up down? Yeah, RD. Is that what I supposed to like that? Yeah. Only reason I did that for the sake of them that stood by. That's why I wrote it. Listen.
And Elohim said, let there be Aur in the firmament of Shamaym to divide the yom from the night.
So the word for light is not light for us, but I'm writing these words sometime beside it to give people, we usually give them an idea. It's actually called a order. A order. That's what it's called for light. A order. Y'all got it? A order. Listen.
And let them be for signs.
See that? And let them. He said in the Shamaym, he said, let them be for what?
Let them be for signs.
And what else?
And for seasons.
And what else?
And for Yamim.
So what we use a calendar for? People say, I got to check my calendar. He just told you what we supposed to use. That's why they told him, if he supposed to be the son of Elohim, we seek a sign. See, you look at the S-U-N, the same way you need to look at him. We use the sun to tell, the sun up. It's still early. It's getting late. That's what we were supposed to use him for. That's why he put him in the Shamaym. Hold on. Yahusha. Thank you, Yahuwah. He's so gracious to us. I just appreciate what you do. You know what my intent is? I want to see our people saved. He said he will have all men to be saved. All are new. Who am I to stand in the way of it? That's bad when a man get in the way of he will have all men to be saved. Isn't that right? All right, people, you had to drive all the way up here from Louisiana, didn't you? Okay, well, I'm talking to somebody then. Well, we done with it. Ernie, you had to drive all the way up here, didn't you? I ain't going to be wrong. No, but usually you living here now? Driving. You know I know driving go like that. Just okay. I don't know, he thought we had to use side of it. Okay, drive, but anyway. But you could have stayed in Louisiana. But you had to come all the way up here. Because you watch up here. Folks know what it is. Now you got to think about if more of our people would put this information on here, a lot of people want to make these long drives. Then y'all had to drive away from South Carolina. If people could have it right there and be available, if people would come out and quit trying to hide stuff from people and let the people, if folks want to be saved out here. It's honest people want to be saved. Weren't you honest? How do you feel like the people that's got it? I know I'm honest. I know I was honest. I'm the only person? I'm the only honest person. That's crazy. Let's hold on. Romans 11:1. I'm Saturday at workout. Romans 11:1. Listen.
I say then, hath Elohim cast away his people? Elohim forbid.
Y'all hear what he said? They want to know. Shaul asked the question, has Elohim just gotten rid of his people? He said, no, certainly not. What happened?
For I also am Yahusha.
He said, I'm also a Christian, and you know what that means. What did he say?
For I also am Yahusha.
He said, I'm also of Yashrael, not Israel. You see Israel, I always know that's going to be error. Again, you back to Latin discipline. It's actually Yashrael, not Israel. The L is always what they use to refer to for the Latin, and the Aramaic uses L for God. We don't use L for God because we don't have a God. That's what they use for God, L. We use all, short for all, for the mighty one, Elohim, which is short, the shorter part of Elohim. They use L for the shorter part of piss-ass God. God is Greek. I ain't talking about the person that did creations. People say, that's a lie. I'm talking about the title. The title God is Greek. That's what Zeus is. Zeus is a god. Just like y'all like watching the Olympics, right? Good. Because actually how you wind up getting yourself to get the Olympics, because the Greeks created. It's athletes performing for Zeus. That's what the Olympics is. It's actually athletes performing for Zeus, a Greek god. You Olympic ass. Everything they give you, they play you. You know how many people watch the Olympics don't know that? There's people that listen to me saying, I never knew that. I'm done. You know what people say? Well, you can't tell them everything. Go to hell. People need to know. People need to know. Now you got a choice. You can do what? Go behind me and check to see if I'm lying. Then you find I ain't lying, what you can do? Change. Or stay and go to hell. That's what Olympics is. It's athletes performing for Zeus. How many of us didn't know that? Does that change now how you feel about it? It should. Because I don't believe in no other gods. I only believe in Elohim. I don't believe in no Hercules and no Isis. The whole thing is set up on mythology, which is short for lie. That's what a myth. Why would I believe in a lie? The book says you believe a lie, that they all might be damned. Why would I believe a lie? Let's see. 2 Thessalonians. We'll finish this up. Goodness, man, y'all got me working. Two and 10. Let's see why you believe it. Why people don't get up and shout and fall out now? You know how that makes absolutely no sense. How the hell you don't get information? You out here roll up on the damn ground, all nasty up, unconscious. What kind of food that makes? You hear you foaming at the damn mouth, folks trying. I wouldn't help your ass either. Like you said, get your ass from out of him. Hit that man, teacher, get your behind up. They played us. I mean, they played. You see, listen, people that did that, there are honest people that did that. There were some people that did it because they saw other people. How many of y'all used to shout, do what they call shouting in church? Come on now, hold on now. All right, that's okay. The lie that Teddy had determined. How many of y'all used to shout in church? I know that right, huh? With the hand up there, Leon. Oh, I'm sorry. Leon said, he said, no, I didn't shout. I used to jump. Shout, no, just you jump. But were you honest? How many of y'all were honest when you did it? But you see the taught behavior they gave us? But now we coming on, now you think about it. And we said we did it because we felt good for God and God's spirit moved on. Well, now you're learning Elohim. You're hearing information that's pertinent to salvation, and you're learning a lot of correction. How is it not working now? Because that don't make sense with the teaching. He said, all your children shall be taught of me. You can't learn that, jump around, shout, roll on no damn floor. When Yahusha came and found a lunatic, when he got through, he said about the man, clothed in his right mind. That's a damn lunatic. I'm running around here and tore up my coat. That's a lunatic. You see how none of these preachers never put that together. So we kept thinking, man, this thing dead in him. I don't feel no Holy Ghost. Holy Ghost coming up. Foolishness. Come on, how we were taught though. And somebody taught to us now, man, I don't feel no spirit. My spirit tell me God ain't in this place. Because I know. I start feeling some hell. You might have some disease or something. But I'm just saying, you see how we were programmed and indoctrinated? To learn. You got churches teaching people how to shout. Now they'll come out with a laugh doctrine. If you got it, you're supposed to, yeah. It's so tight, they ain't even laugh. Ha, ha, and you got to fall out. Oh, yeah, see, white people never finish with you. They make a fool out you, got you crying, got you rolling on the damn floor, getting nasty, getting funky. Folks looking up, hell, man, get him, got you by your legs. Like, come on here, sister. God like they're trying to take it to the nursing gear. Hell, this ain't no wheelbarrow. Close them legs. Our people been played so long, we damaged. That's why people don't conquer. The people sick of games. Tell them the truth or let them go home. Let's see what he says. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 10. Listen to the book. And he hold me at Romans 11 and 1. And I still got to finish up Yahusha 28 and 1. I ain't put up it because I can't finish it. And I got Yahusha 52 and 10. I'm going to clean it all up. Listen.
And with all deceivableness
What
of
that mean,
Rasha,
all? Without exception. All deceivableness. With everything possible to deceive you of?
Rasha, in them that perish.
Wicked. Evil ways. Listen.
Because they receive not the love of the Amat.
See that? Because you won't take the love. This is love. Only love will come and illuminate you and tell you this against all these lies you've been taught. You know what parents told you? When you was a baby, you was a little kid, they told you to go sleep early in December. Santa Claus coming to town. He see you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Your parents love you. But why would they deceive you? See, when Yahuwah came on the scene through his son, Yahusha, who's the flesh that he used to manifest it, he came to dispel all these lies. Because what we've been taking in lies, we grew up to be future liars. I cheat on my wife. She come and say, I say and ask you right in your face, why you lie to me? And I tell her, because I love you, I ain't want to hurt you. It started with Santa Claus. It started with taking tooth out and put it on your pillow. He going to come, the good fairy. Going to come. A fairy, this is something that's Greek, that's going to take you back to Mizraim, Egypt, and you practicing this witchcraft country, teach your kid lie, that a winged fowl coming in here at night, a damn bug, and going to get the teeth. Ooh, smell like shit, but here go $1. I'm finna go. And then they'll put a little toiletry bag and tie it up. No, they going to smell it. Ooh, smell like shit. He go, and I'm going to pay you for it. No, get that too, get my damn money, I'm gone. I'm wide slap on. I'm done. I can't pay for that. But people have played us so long. We've been played so long. It's always been something tied up where parents been getting stuff from the oppressed and they gave it back to us. And now it's dampened. It's happened. Then we come to church. The preacher won't get up and dispel these lies. Because that always is for the kids. People stay in bad marriage. You ain't going to believe why. For the kids. Hell, Santa Claus for the kid, bad marriage for the kid, everything wrong for the kid. Why we don't give people what's right? Everybody been passing. That's why they say, why you do that? Because I am so livid on the fact that I was a pawn. We've been played. We have been played. People playing you. They sit here and your welfare don't even matter. As long as they can get a buck, as long as they can get your wife, as long as they can get your kid, as long as they have sex with you, they will play you. These people setting you on false hopes and premises. Tell me the truth. The man just told me with all deceitfulness of unrighteousness in them that do what, Brandon?
Perish.
What does that mean? Which means if I'm doing something and I'm just off, I'm wrong, this is somebody that's going to perish. Why wouldn't I warn you? Listen why they perish.
Because they receive not the love of Amat.
You know why he's telling us this? If you're going wrong and you just said, I just can't do right, I'm just constantly going wrong. It's just like everything I do is wrong. Then what's your end? You're going to perish. You being told this and giving you an opportunity to do what? Change. Mend your ways. This ain't love. He didn't have to check. Why he just sat back and said, I ain't going to tell them now. I'm just going to let them go on and die and everybody go to hell. I'm going to keep this stacked up in my library. They're private. People don't need to know this. You don't need to know if you're going totally wrong and things are just kind of going wrong that you're a candidate for perishing. Because somewhere along the line, these things have caused me not to love this. Listen what Yahuwah do.
That they might be saved. And
Wow.
for this cause.
What the only reason he sent there? So I can be saved. So, but because you don't want to be saved, tell me what he done gave me.
Elohim shall send them strong delusion.
I know anybody going to teach me again, Jesus. Not my Savior. Devil is a liar. Nobody can teach me against my Jesus. What made me fight like that? Strong delusion. Why did I have a strong delusion? Why? I don't love the truth. I don't want to take the truth. So he give me a strong delusion. I'm going to fight it. I don't care what no damn books say. I know what he did for me. Delusion. Y'all heard people say this? Huh? Listen, you see how dangerous this is? Nobody ain't told us that. People comfortable. People comfortable with it. Don't listen, I have feelings about things. That has to be disciplined when it comes to this. This has to change how I feel about a situation. Because if I don't, this is on the table. Now, you ain't got to take it, but you're going to start seeing stuff. And it's going to really be real strong on you. Delusion. I just seen something. Did y'all see it? But y'all not going to argue with me. I know I see it. Y'all saying, that nigga crazy. No, it's a delusion. And you know why I see it? Because I like lies. I ain't going to take the truth. Listen to what else going to happen.
That they should believe a lie.
And that's a part of them.
That they all might be damned who believe not the Amat, but had pleasure in Rasha.
They got pleasure in wicked stuff, in evil stuff. We don't need to know that. We don't need to know when I'm loving stuff that's wrong, he's going to send me a delusion that I'm going to fight Amat, and so I could be damned. I need to know that. Because now that's going to make a big difference on how I'm going to take information now. Because I don't want to be damned. I ain't do this so I can't be saved. I did this so I can be saved. Which means now I got to examine stuff. I got to watch everything. Y'all understand that? Because I'm looking at, I was believing something before. And he could have left me there. Which means there are people that sit and can watch this and listen and say, yeah, I know, but, you know, I don't see it that way. Now I got to watch you. Because this ain't just your problem. You got some other stuff you're doing too. See, people just say, no, they good. It's just, the word, they just got, they confused with the word. No, you're not. You got other issues. It's just bottom line. Listen, people can say whatever they want to say. All the people I thought were good people in those religions, I come to find are not good people. All the people I say were honest people, they're not honest. You'll find out it's more problem than what you think. There's no way to just have a problem with this, but you're good with everything else. You got other problems. You got other problems. Huh? Because when you ain't going to do right by this, you ain't going to do right by nobody else. There's always going to be a problem. There's always going to be an issue. You're always going to find an excuse to escape something. That's why we got to be taught. That was all your children. He said, they got to be taught of me. So you can identify with information. Information allows you to identify. Romans 11:1. Let's see the individual. They're the only one. Y'all know I teach that I'm the only one. Everybody got to come here and see me. Never taught that. When I do teach it, get out. When I sign off on it, now get out now. Don't be playing around to my, he's going to come back around. I'm gone. That's crazy. I ain't the only one. I never sign off. I never agree with that. Yahusha got too many teachers, a lot better than I am. People like my antics, you just got different avenues or different portrayals of how they display the message. You know what I'm saying? But the message still got to be right at the end of the day. Y'all got me? That's the end of the day. The message got to be right. I am no way at all. I ain't even the best he got. Y'all got me? But at the end of the day, I try to make sure I'm honest. Let's see what he said. Romans 11:1. Listen.
I say then, hath Elohim cast away his people? Elohim forbid. For I also am Yasharal, of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin.
Listen. Which is what does Benjamin mean? Son of my days. That's right. What does Benjamin mean? Hell, we don't know. Listen.
Elohim hath not cast away his people, which he foreknew.
Listen.
What ye not, what the scripture saith of Alyahu.
That's right. They're going to put Elijah. His name is Alyahu, which means that it means that Yahuwah is Elohim. Y'all got what the name means? name of the Father is Yahuwah. Y'all got me? So now he asks you, now what says the scripture to all Yahoo? See, it makes a difference, you know what it means. Hell, I don't know what Elijah means. These people make up stuff. It means that Yahuwah is Elohim. Y'all got that? That's what the name means. Which means now, something got to be checked. Something has to be checked. I'll finish this and I'll check it for you. Listen.
How he maketh intercession to Elohim against Yahusha, saying,
See that? He was making intercession against you. Because of the fact, this is what he stated. Tell him what he said.
Yahuwah, they have killed thy Nabah and dig down thine altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life.
So if they don't kill all of the other Nabal, and I'm the only one left, and they seeking to kill me, what am I looking for him to do? So he making intercession. See, they don't even understand the statement, do they? Every time you heard intercession, you heard somebody making something for you. He was making it against you. His statement was, ain't no more left. I'm the last one. And they finna kill me. So we already know how they're supposed to go down. Y'all ass is dead. See, you don't realize a lot of these preachers, they've been making intercession against you. Listen what he told them.
But what saith the answer of Elohim unto him?
Tell him what he told him, and for every one of us that think we might be the only one.
I have reserved to myself
What?
7,000 Anus,
That had did what?
not bow the knee to the image of Baal.
I'd be a fool to think I'm the only one. I'd be a fool to think that all the rest of them been killed out or sold out and I'm the only one. That wouldn't even make sense. I don't even believe this. I don't even believe it. Y'all got it? The reason why we need to check something, Yahoo. And I'll finish up the other work I got up here. Is that all right, y'all?
I'm up.
I ain't even walked there, but since we're there. 27. Ooh, a 38 close up on that wall right there. 27, 38. Listen.
Then were there two thieves crucified with him,
Listen what happened now.
one on the right hand
One on the right hand
and another on the left.
and another on the left.
And they that passed by reviled him,
Listen what happened. The day that passed by, they reviled him.
wagging their heads,
And they were shaking their heads.
and saying, Thou that destroyest the temple,
And do what?
and buildest it in 3 yamim,
Tell them what you want me to do.
save thyself.
That's all they wanted to do. Save yourself. Listen.
If thou be the Ben of Elohim, come down from the two.
And what happened?
Likewise also the Rosh Kahan mocking him,
That's right, Rosh. They're going to say chief in your book, but the word is actually Rosh, which is one of our Aleph Beth, the Rosh. Kohan, K-A-H-A-N. Kohan, not priest. When you find it in the Yiddish, you'll find K-O. It's K-A-H-A-N. Kohan. Oh, man, I don't like the way that A look. Y'all see me erase sometime I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Isaiah don't like the way Zach right, or Malcolm. Whoa, that ugly. I like them then. Especially Zach. Slow ass. Listen. That way we'll know he listen. He got to keep up with how many counts I done said, how many times I said slow ass. Y'all got to count. Y'all keep up with it. All right, listen.
with the scribes and elders, said,
What did they say?
He saved others,
Himself.
he cannot save.
See that? He can't save nobody else. Listen.
If he be the Malak of Yasharal,
See that? If he be the Malak, if he be the emperor of Yashraal, what happened?
let him now come down from the two,
And what happened?
and we will believe him.
Listen.
He trusted in
He
Elohim.
trusted Elohim.
Let him deliver him now,
If he'll do what?
if he will have him.
If he will have him. Listen.
For he said, I am the Ben of Elohim.
Ben is the word for son. B-N, not B-E-N. That's why they got Benjamin Franklin. They don't even know what they named their kid. They named it the word Ben for us. B-N is actually how you spell it. We don't have an E. Would be for son. Ben. Listen.
The thieves also, which were crucified with him,
Listen what they did.
cast the same in his teeth.
What happened?
Now from the 6th hour there was kashak over all the land until the 9th hour.
Kashak for darkness. Listen.
And about the 9th hour,
Listen what happened at the 9th hour.
Yahusha cried with a loud voice, saying,
Listen what he said.
Alyahu,
Pay
Alyahu,
attention. All Yahoo,
lama sabachthani.
lama sabatana.
That is to say,
What did they say?
my Elohim, my Elohim,
My Elohim, my Elohim.
why hast thou forsaken me?
Listen what happened.
Some of them that stood there, when they heard that, said, this Anuth calleth for Alyahu.
Now, what you should pay attention to is statements made. Statements made don't make no sense. Because this name, Alyahu, means Yahuwah is Elohim, which means there is no way he sat on that too and said, Alyahu, Alyahu. That's why y'all employ me. He couldn't have said that. Now, you did hear what they said he said. What did they say he said?
Some of them that stood there,
Some
when
of
they
them
heard
that
that,
stood by,
when they heard that,
when they heard this,
said,
what did they say?
this Anuth calleth for Alyahu.
I can clean it up for him. By the sheet. (11:1). Now, the only way that statement can be right is that this whole statement in the book of Yahusha is wrong. But I'll fix it. Listen to the book.
And the whole Aritz was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass as they journeyed
Pay
from
attention. The whole earth, the whole Aritz was of one language and one speech. What happened?
it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there, and they said one to another,
Listen, they said one to another,
Go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone,
Yeah.
and slime had they for mortar.
Listen.
And they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach unto Shamaym, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the panim of
Now,
the
let me
whole
show you how the
Aritz.
whole thing works. I had to clear this up for people watching. This is where people not taught. I should have started here with y'all, how it's written in the prophet. They all shall be taught of Elohim. Every man, therefore, that had heard and learned of the Abba cometh where? Unto me. Hold you guys, son. Yahusha 52:10. Make sure we made that clear for the people. This is what I do for a living. Now, they were going to go through and they were going to build them a tower. They were going to reach under Shamaym, and they were going to get them a name. Let's see what happened. This is the 52nd chapter of the book of Yeshayahu, who they call Isaiah 52:10. Listen what it says.
Yahuwah hath made bare his Kudash arm in
What
the
was
eyes.
he talking about? The arm in our alphabet will actually be called the yard. This is one of the alphabet. It's called the yard, which is going to refer to the male part. The yard is also used in the name Yahuwah. This is the yard. For this is one of our alphabet, which is going to refer to the male part. This says the male part. This is how we refer to him as a male. The yard refers to the male part, the genital. It refers to the arm. So he told us that he was going to make bare the arm. He told Yahusha to sit down here where? Right here. Say here the yard, till I make thy enemy thy footstool. So it refers back to him. So he told her he was going to make bare the yard. That's why they stripped Yahusha. He was making bare the yard. This was his arm. He told her, therefore, his own arm brought us salvation, his yard. So he told her what he was going to do. He said in the sight of all the people, that's why when they took him to judgment, that's why they stripped him. I'm making bare the arm. Listen.
Hath made bare his Kudash arm in the eyes of all the nations.
Look at that. And that's why he told they should look on him. That's why they had to look on him. I'm making him bare in front of all the nations. Listen.
And all the ends of the Aritz shall see the salvation of our Elohim.
The only way you're going to see it, all the ends going to see it, you got to put him up high. Listen what he's going to tell you.
Depart ye, go ye out from thence. Touch no unclean thing, go ye out of the midst of her.
Listen.
Be ye clean that bear the vessels of Yahuwah.
Listen.
For ye shall not go out with haste, nor go by flight.
Listen.
For Yahuwah will go before you, and the Alahim of Yasharal will be your reward.
Listen.
Behold, my servant shall deal prudently.
Listen, my servant is going to be very wise on how he operates. Listen about him.
He shall be exalted.
He shall be exalted. What else about him?
And extolled.
He's going to be high. Listen.
And be very high. And many were astonished at thee. His visage was so marred more than any Anus, and his form more than the bin of Anus.
Hold what you got. Let's come back over here. You can let it go. About a sheep. Let's go over their statement. Then I'm going to clear up some stuff for you. Since we're here, right? Listen.
And Alahim came down to see.
Back me up.
And they said, go to, let us build us a city and a tower.
Y'all going to hold me that Tahalim, the 81st. The Tahalim, they going to call us. Just hold it. I'll come back and I'll get that. Come on.
Whose top may reach unto Shamaym, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the panim of the whole Aritz.
Hold what you got then. We're going to get the 19th chapter of the book of Yehukanan. They're going to call it John, 19 and 18. See, we're going to show how all this parallel. Again, whenever you read Barashit, he's declaring the end at the beginning. All this was told of, but when you got to the point of reading this statement in Yahusha 27:28, if you'd have paid attention, I was telling you right here already what was happening. But you would have missed that. That's why you need a teacher. That's why you get a Raha, who's going to be a lineman, an expert. You can also call what they call a disciple, a lineman, because that's someone that's learned from an expert. Listen.
Where they crucified him.
Listen in. We're talking about where they crucified him. Listen what happened.
And two other with him.
And two other with him.
On either side one, and Yahusha in the midst.
Sound like emotion? When he looked and saw no man, he looked one way, he saw another way, and saw that there was no man. Listen.
And Pilate wrote a title.
Listen what he did.
And put it on the two.
And he put it on what they would call the cross, which is actually the toot. In our alphabet, T-U, the toot, which is going to refer to a cross or a sign. It's used for a signature. The toot is used for a signature or a sign. Well, this again will bring us back to the art. Now, he just told you, behold my servant. He shall be extolled. He shall be very high. So what art are we looking for? We're looking for now his sign. So when he told us that I'm going to make bare the arm, he did it where? In the Aritz. But now we're looking for his son, his sign, where? In the Shamaym, is which I told you in the book of Barashit. In the beginning, I declared the end. That's what I do for a living. You know the whole thing about it, though? I don't have to rehearse it. You think you can rehearse and keep all this in your mind? Listen.
And the writing was Yahusha of Nazareth, the Malak of the Yahudim.
Pay attention. It was Yahusha of Nazareth, the Malak of the Yahudim. Listen what happened.
This title then read many of the Yahudim.
You need to pay attention there. Listen why.
For the place where Yahusha was crucified
was
nigh to the city.
And how was it written?
It was written in Abari,
which is going to be our language. And what else happened?
In Greek.
It's written in Greek.
And Latin.
So the reason why you need to look at this, that tells you that the multitude were of different people and different languages. That's why you would have saw it. When he told you when he wrote it in these different people languages because the Greeks dominated. Latin secondly. The Abari were our people. So when he wrote it where each of these people could read it because their languages were different. Well, it makes sense to write it in 3 different languages if everybody spoke the same thing. All I do, I'm going to prove it out for them. I'm going to show you what note in the scripture true. Ain't nobody going to hold with me in this thing. I'm going to show it to you, and when you get through it, you'll see it. Now, the same story you're going to listen back to, he just told you what happened. Now, let's go back and look at what happened in Barashit. Barashit, chapter 11. We'll start back at verse 1. People be working and don't even know they're working. Listen to Barashit. Barashit, chapter 11, verse 1. Listen.
And the whole Aritz was of one language.
Pay attention. He just told you that all the people spoke one language. Listen what happened.
and of one speech.
And they all had one speech. Listen what happened.
And it came to pass,
That what happened?
as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar,
Yeah.
and they dwelt there.
Come on.
And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar.
Listen.
And they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach unto Shamaym.
Wow, that's amazing. Because he just told you about his servant, who's going to be installed, who's going to be very high. They want to build a tower whose top might reach unto Shamaym. And he told you that all the ends of the roots were going to see him. You know how you got to be up in there that everybody can see you? Which made sense. He was telling you the whole time how high he had to be because all the ends of the roots had to see him. Which is going to put you back at his sign because he is my son. Y'all all right? It's beautiful. I love it, love it, love it. I love it, I love it. Listen what else it said.
And let us make us a name.
Wow, because Pilate wrote a scripture on the title. Yahusha HaMashiach, the Malak of the Yahudim. Now guess what happened? He was telling you already they were going to get them a name. He just didn't give it to them yet. They say him, and now you got yourself a name. When Pilate wrote the scripture and put it on the tomb, they got them a name. You just didn't get it yet. Listen what happened.
Lest we be scattered abroad upon the panim of the whole Aritz.
The panim is the face of the whole planet Earth. Listen.
And Elohim came down to see the city and the tower.
Y'all need to pay attention. He came down to see the city and to see the tower. And what happened?
Which the children of Anus builded.
Listen what happened.
And Elohim said,
What did he say?
Behold, the people is one.
He said all of the people are together. And listen what happened.
And they have all one language.
And they all have one language.
And this they began to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them.
And nothing will be kept back from them. What happened, son?
Which they have imagined to do.
Whatever they put their mind to do. You see what happened if we came together as one people. See, we too dumb. Your oppressor know this. If all of us spake the same thing like Shaul told us in 1 Corinthians, hold you got 1 Corinthians 1 and 10. Let me show you something. See, you got to know code. 1 Corinthians. See, they're going to teach you that these men taught you to be passive. Now, did y'all hear what statement Yahuwah just made? Nothing will be kept back from them if they all speak the same thing. Now, let's see if Shaul would teach you to be a nigger slave for these crackers. 1 Corinthians 1 and 10. Listen.
Now I beseech you, Aki,
Now I ask you, Aki.
by the name of our Malak Yahusha HaMashiach,
Wow. Then what happened, Brandon?
that ye all speak
That
the same
who?
thing.
How many?
That ye all
Some of us do what?
speak the same thing.
And what happened?
And that there be no divisions among you.
And that you be what?
That ye be perfectly joined together
With what kind of mind?
in the same mind
And what kind of judgment?
and in the same judgment.
We can take these crackers down. Why would he make this statement if he would tell you to be a slave to these people? This man was an expert in the law. Why would he make this statement if he would tell your ass to go to work Monday morning and kiss crackers' asses? He just told you what the law told you. The Torah means instructions. The instruction were if we all spake the same thing, that they couldn't take us down. Bad shape. Go tell her what? Paul, my son, you got to be drunk. His name is Shaul. Shaul. His name means herd of all Ahim. Y'all got me? Well, that's an ugly F, though. But y'all will be all right. As long as you don't F up. We're in bad shape. Nobody teaching us this. Why would he make that statement? He would tell us to be passive and be a slave. This is New Testament. This is supposed to be Christian doctrine. Why would he make the statement that we all speak the same thing and hell, we still work for these people? We all speak the same thing. We're still in debt to these people. When he just said if these people speak the same thing, nothing will be kept from them. You got people watching. You know what they're doing? They're letting our people speak Yiddish, Latin, Greek, when they need to be speaking Abari, because they are part of our problem. What you get out of watching us speak division? They gain off us going backwards. That's dangerous. Your mind ain't right. Your mind ain't right. I'm saying, I like when they speak in Yiddish. I like to see them doing the wrong way with it. You the damn devil. Yeah. No, but the damn devil do some stuff like that. That's crazy. I want to see us establish our own. Then we need to speak the same thing. Yeah. We need to have no division. We need to have the same. What's wrong is wrong with all of us. That's right. What's right is right with all of us. Yeah. And we should have no division. But they like that. I like to see them spelling it wrong. Then I can come in and get them. That's the devil mind. Why would he say he want us to speak the same thing? You think Shaul would have sat back and watched people going wrong? Here, people. 9-1, Roman. Let me just see how he think. I'm going to finish this up. I just want to say. Let's see if Shaul would have sat back and just watched people go wrong. Let's see where his concern, where his goal was. Romans 9-1. Listen.
I say, the Amat in the Mashiach.
And do what?
I lie not.
What your conscience do?
Also bearing me witness in the Ruach HaKodesh.
That I have what?
Great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart.
For who?
I could hope that myself were accursed from the Mashiach for my Aki, my kinsman, according to the flesh.
Who or what?
Yahusha.
Why he had no concern? Why he want to be accursed? If I was a Christian, I'd be mad. You saying that you would want yourself to be accursed, that you don't get none of the salvation, none of the good that come to us for Yahusha, but you help establish the Christian church? Hell, a Christian don't even know they've been insulted. A Christian too damn dumb to know they've been insulted. Why would that man tell you that he want to be cut away? He would lose everything he got for you and not for a damn Christian. They ain't got enough sense to know when a Christian ain't. They know they ain't. Shit has value. You can fertilize with it. You can at least step in and get something in your shoe. You can at least smell it. Christianity, nothing. Listen.
To whom pertaineth the adoption.
Wow. The adoption pertains to Yahusha. What else?
And the glory.
And the glory.
And the covenant.
Listen, the covenant go to them. What else, son?
And the giving of the law.
And the giving of the law.
And the service of Elohim.
Pay attention. And the service of Elohim.
And the promises.
And the promises.
Whose are the Abba.
Whose are the Abbas.
And of whom, as concerning the flesh.
And whom concerning the flesh. Tell them what happened.
The Mashiach came.
I don't know what the hell a person be doing, a Christian. I couldn't read this and be no Christian. That's right. I heard nothing in here got that. He said, this is the only reason he came. This is who the promises were to. This is who got the giving of the law. What are you doing, a Christian? They don't even know they've been insulted. I just got to pray. I ain't going to let no man control. I know. Go ahead and go to hell. Another delusion. Every time they get delusion, you closer to hell every time. But how do you read that? But you know what? You just look at how strong the influence and God's spell is. I won't listen to no gospel music, because this gospel, you look it up, you learn, it means God's spell. There's a spell on you. They conjuring. Somebody get you and pop you in your damn forehead and knock you out. Hit me, I'm hitting your ass back. Why the hell you hit me in my forehead? Like, man, that shit hurt. What you doing? Man, they better start scrapping. So they just, boo, oh hell. Ain't enough usher to hold me today. Why you gotta knock me out of my, and you know you're gonna fall. Because people don't realize that's your brain. I gotta understand, you only tell, that's not, you idiot, that show you how they train. Right. He know, pop you here, it gonna make your brain, if your brain move the right way, do you not know your ass will go retarded? Well, no, honestly, you will go normal. Because you're Christian anti, hell, you retarded. So if he hit you right, you should come back on the natural path. People don't even know how dangerous that is, that somebody pop you in your forehead. Do you not know your brain will move? The G-force behind, they don't know no better. Don't worry, stop it, don't worry about it. I'm talking over your head, don't even worry about it. People don't even know when they're insulted. You don't even know when you've been insulted. All of you, how many of y'all went to church before you to hit you in the head? Look at them. Hold on, let me see them hands again. Look around Sunday folks. Get hit in the head and church. Huh? Somebody been hit too much. I seen one hand, somebody just had been hit too much. Just you were hit. Y'all, but think about that though. And then you'll be like you feel so. Listen, that's a certain jerk of your neck. That's a hit of your brain slam. And you're going to put it on. Oh, I felt it. You could feel the anointing. You're calling an injury anointing. You know what you got to look at now? To show you what would make a man sit around and practice to beat you. What did you get out of practicing to make a fool out of me, have me lying? You can't believe in what you're doing. I don't get it. Some stuff just beneath me. Hell, I can go in the street and sell dope and do something more constructive. I ain't got time to sit in here and play with people. So why? Why? I have never gotten to me, what do you get out of taking over on people and you're going to use spirituality to beat and defraud the people? What are you getting? I say everyone must go to hell. Everyone, no escaping. Burn their asses up. Burn their asses up. You'll play with people like that for real? The kids getting molested. Women getting raped. Can't even tell their husband. Men done been knocked down. All they going, and then people just sitting there praying, and the folks sitting there, they victim. And their asses won't say nothing. Victim to these people. And the people not believing, thinking he anointed. And the people see him knowing he ain't shit. Man slept with me. Man homosexual. Man molested my kids. Man been lying to me, ass is sitting right there. Every one of them that cover for him, I think you ought to go to hell with them. So that means if anybody cover me, your ass ought to burn first. That'll make them come out the woodwork, ain't it? Then that starts saying, I can't do it no more. I got to expose it. Hold it, you ought to go to hell. I just don't get it. There's a lot of stuff you can do out here in this street and make money. Why him? Just being honest. Do y'all know how many opportunities? Hell, you can rob banks. You can sell dope. It's just so much you can do out here to make money. That's what you want to do. Why play with people's spirituality? What are you getting? You talking about something I can be down. At least I can repent out here. At least I can get right out here if I'm not right. But to come here and do that, I don't see no repenting for you. I don't want you to get none. Huh? I'm like Donald Trump about fake news. Really fake. I hope you really go to hell. That's crazy. All right, let's finish this up. Come on. Where I got you at? Well, you leave Roman. Come on and get behind. Let's finish look at this bottle sheet. Let me show you how they work right quick. We'll start at 1 and read down. 11 and 1. Let me show you how they work. Someone got a pretty little noisy grandchild. They ain't going to call my name. Go ahead.
The whole Aritz was of one language.
The whole Aritz was of one language.
And of one speech.
And of one speech.
And it came to pass,
that what happened?
as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar,
yeah.
and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick, and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. And they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto Shamaym.
So, hold my servant, it should be very high, it should be extolled. That's why they came and they gave him the cup, and he wouldn't drink of it. It was slime in there. They had taken the dirt from their wrists and put it in the cup and gave it to them. They were building a tower. They just didn't know what they were doing. That's why the book teaches in 1 Corinthians, the 2nd chapter, I have not seen, neither ear heard, hadn't entered in their heart the thing Yahuwah had prepared for them that love him. They had no idea they were building a tower. When they put him on the two, they had no idea. These people had taken a cup and put slime in it, took dirt, mixed all this stuff, and gave it to him to drink it. He wouldn't drink it, but he had to taste it because they were building a tower. Listen what else happened.
And let us make us a name.
That's why Pilate gave him a name. They wanted to change it. In that 19 verse of it, he said, what I written, he gave him a name. Listen.
lest we be scattered abroad upon the panim of the Holaritz.
Listen.
And Elohim came down to see the city and the tower,
Pay
which the
attention.
children of Anus builded.
He came down to see the tower which the children of Anus had built. Listen.
And Elohim said,
What did he say?
Behold, the people is one,
And what has happened?
and they have all one language.
What happened?
And this they begin to do.
Listen.
And now nothing will be restrained from them,
See, there's nothing will stop them from what they're trying to do. So what happened?
which they have imagined to do.
Listen.
Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language,
See that? Pay attention.
that they may not understand one another's speech.
That's what I'm talking about. Ain't that beautiful? Tahalim, 81 and 5. Make it 81 and 1. I see what it says. Tahalim, they're going to tell you Psalms. Some of y'all is going to hell. Some of y'all is going to be saved. See what I'm saying? Psalms. It's Tahalim, which means praises. Means the praises. Tahalim. 81 and 1. Let's see what he said. Listen.
Sing aloud unto Elohim, our strength. Make a joyful noise unto the Elohim of Jacob.
Listen.
Take a tahalim and bring hither the timbrel, the pleasant harp with the psaltery.
What happened?
Blow up the teruah
See that? He wants you to blow up the teruah. They're going to put trumpets, actually teruah. Listen.
in the Kadash moon.
Pay attention. In the Kadash moon, they're going to have the new moon. What is a new moon? What is a new moon? That's when it's completely black. You can't see. So when they told you when he was on the tooth, they said from the 6th to the 9th hour, it was what? Darkness upon their wrist. That would be equivalent to a new moon. Now, he was just told to blow up the teruah. And what they call Isaiah, Yeshayahu, hold what you got. 58 and 1. This is what I do. Y'all don't want me to prove it with new, do you? I can prove it. I can prove what I'm telling you now. Let me show you something. Listen.
Cry aloud,
Cry aloud.
spare not,
Lift up what?
lift up thy voice like a teruah.
So when he was on the two, what did he wind up doing? He cried out. And what you want me to do?
And shew my people their transgression,
And
the house of Jacob their sins.
back over to what you got, son. Tahalim. This thing beautiful. Y'all want me to show y'all and prove it with new? Yes, Yahoo, 48 and 1. Yes, Yahoo. Oh, but y'all make me work. Why I can't do like them reverends just said and y'all believe it? Isn't that right? Just say it. He said, oh, my pastor said it. I believe it. Let's see what he told you. Yes, Yahoo, 48 and 1. Hang it on, Miko. 48 and 1, listen. They want you on turn to one standing beside you. Listen.
Hear ye this, O Beth of Jacob, which are called by the name of Yasharal, and are come forth out of the Mayim of Yehuda, which swear by the name of Yahuwah, and make mention of the Elohim of Yasharal, but not in Amat, nor in Sadiq.
Listen.
For they call themselves of the Kudash city, and stay themselves upon the Elohim of Yasharal. Yahuwah of hosts is his name.
Listen.
I have declared the former things
So I done declared the former thing.
from Barashit, and they went forth out of my mouth, and I shewed them. I did them suddenly, and they came to pass.
You hear that? That means I did it suddenly, it came to pass. He said, I declared the former thing. He said, I did it suddenly, it just came to pass. I said, let it be our order. You ain't gonna believe what happened. It was our order. He said, I just declared it, it just came to pass. Suddenly. Tree yielding fruit, bearing whose seed was in itself. I told him to come forth, and guess what? All of a sudden it just happened. Listen.
Because I knew that thou art obstinate, and thy neck is an iron sinew,
I know you wouldn't turn. I already knew it. Come on.
and thy brow brass.
Listen.
I have even from Barashit declared it to thee before it came to pass. I shewed it thee, lest thou shouldest say,
What they were going to say?
mine idol have done them.
He said, that's why I declared it, because you'll tell a lie. Your Jesus showed it to you, lying ass nigga. He said, that's why I told it to you in Battle Sheik. I know your lying ass nigga. You'll go and claim some damn globe, something you got, some crystal ball did it. He said, that's why I told y'all this in the beginning, because I know how you're a lying ass nigga. You're going to go tell a lie and claim you already knew it. That's why I love him. He's right, too. He said, I knew you'd tell a lie. You'll claim one of your damn idols told it to you. Come on.
And my graven image and my molten image have commanded them.
Listen.
Thou hast heard, see all this, and will not ye declare it?
Listen.
I have shewed thee new things from this time, even hidden things.
What happened?
And thou didst not know them.
See that? He said, I done told you. Hidden things. You didn't even know it. Words you'll use for that too. Conceal. Alam. Pronounce A-W-A-L-M. Alam. Conceal. So I told you secret things. I told you things that were concealed. Because I know you're a liar. You were going to go and claim one of your idols told it to you. You'd have blamed on anything and give him the opportunity and realizing I'm the one revealed it to you. Ain't it good? Alam. A-L-A-M. Pronounce A-W, soft A. Alam. Means conceal, secret. People don't know I've been working. Listen.
They are created now and not from the beginning.
You hear that? They are created now, not from the beginning. What happened?
Even before the womb, when thou heardest them not.
Yeah.
Lest thou shouldest say,
what they going to say?
Behold, I knew them.
See that? That's why I'm doing something new to you. I know you're going to say, you're going to tell a lie and claim you already knew it. I'm doing a new thing. Huh? That's why it's working. That's why I tried to prove out. When he was blowing up, he was signing out. He was signing out for the new moon. It was dark, no light in it. That's how we declare what they call a new moon. He told you it was going to be dark. And shouldn't it be no light in it? It made sense for him to cry out. Because it was also a new moon. And I just showed you, you ain't never seen it, but you'll tell a lie. You know you ain't never seen it. They know they ain't never seen it. They'll tell a lie. He said, I know your idol, you're going to tell a lie. You didn't know it. It was alarm. It was concealed from you. Back over, son. Let's see what happened over him. In the book of Tahalim, 81. I'm going to get ready to clean up that, get ready to clean some stuff up for you right quick. Ain't it? Ta'u. 81, what verse we left off at?
Continue to verse 3.
Listen at verse 3. Listen.
Blow up the teruah in the Kadash moon.
Now he just told you when to blow it up. So if it was dark, no light in it, then guess what it was? It was Kadash moon. Listen what else it was.
In the time appointed.
In the time appointed.
On our solemn feast yom.
Guess what? It was also coming up on Pesach, which is what they'll call Passover. The word is Pesach. He was covering himself every time. He was blowing up. You always blowing to celebrate it coming in. He was covered. On every end, they missed it. He covered himself. Come on.
For this was a statute for Yasharal.
And what else was it?
And a law of the Elohim of Jacob.
See, there was a law for us. Listen what else happened.
This he ordained in Yahusha.
Listen.
For a testimony when he went out through the land of Mitzrayim.
And what did he do?
Where I heard a language.
Where you did what?
I heard a language.
You heard a what?
A language.
That you did what?
That I understood not.
I didn't understand a word you were saying. Listen what else happened.
I removed his shoulder from the burden. His hands were delivered from the pots.
Listen.
Thou callest in trouble, and I delivered thee.
Pay attention. He called in trouble, and I delivered thee. Listen.
I answered thee in the secret place of thunder.
Pay attention. He answered him in the secret place of thunder. Now we need to go back and pay attention. 27:38. We're going to go back down and finish that up. But before we get there, pick me up at Acts 2 and 11. Listen.
But Cuff,
But Cuff, not Peter.
standing up with the 11,
lifted up
his voice, and said unto them,
ye men,
of Yehuda,
which is a noose, and all ye
that dwell at Jerusalem,
be this known,
unto you,
and hearken,
to my Dabarim,
for these are not drunken,
as ye suppose,
seeing
it is but
it ain't but 9 o'clock in the morning. The third hour,
of the Yom,
it's 9 o'clock in the morning. That's not even customary for our people to be drunk at that time. They assume they were drunk. But this is that.
which was spoken by the Nabah Yahuwah
And it shall come to pass
in the last Yamim,
that I will pour out my what?
saith Elohim,
Yes.
I will pour out of my Ruach upon all flesh,
And your being
and your daughters,
shall
Naba,
Naba, not prophesy. They were Naba. Naba with Naba. Which means they will flow. It will flow. Listen,
and your young Anus,
shall do what?
see Kazun,
He's going to see kazoons, not visions. That's what they call revelation. Kazoon is for visions. And your old men,
shall dream dreams,
which is the same, listen.
and on my servants,
And
on my handmaidens,
in those what?
I will pour out in those Yamim of my Ruach, and
Pay attention. And this is what's going to happen.
and they shall Naba.
And they're going to nabba. And this is what's going to happen.
I will shew wonders in
In
Shamayim.
And it was just told you about a sheep. When I created the Shamaym, I put my sign. So guess what? I'm going to show wonders in the Shamaym. Only people going to need to know this is his people because we know his language. Listen, what else happened?
Above and At in the Aritz beneath.
That's back to what he told you about a sheep. Barashit bara, Alahim, at hashamayim, at u ha'aritz. That's what he did. What happened, son?
Blood
Pay attention. What else, son?
and fire,
And what else, son?
vapor of smoke.
And tell them what's going to happen.
The sun
It's going to be done what?
turned into Kashak.
I don't know how I'm going to look at a white man and call him Yahusha. He just told me that the sun going to be black. What the hell I'm looking for a white man for? He just told me the sun going to be turned into darkness. Listen, what else happened?
And the moon
Into what?
blood.
Because it refers to the feminine. When Yahusha had a dream, he told you about he saw the sun, the moon, and all the constellation all made obvious unto him. His father said, what meaneth thee concerning your cousin, me and your mother? It pierced him in the side, they ain't gonna believe it. That was the moon giving blood. That's a feminine act. Listen what else he told you.
Before that great and notable Yom of Yahuwah come.
Listen what else happened.
And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of Yahuwah shall be saved.
Come on back and let's look at this at Yahusha 27. Yahusha 27:30, and I'm going to try to let y'all finish up and be done. Y'all all right today? Good, good. Listen, let's read that 27, Yahusha 27:38. We'll try to finish this out. I'm not trying to go nowhere else. Listen.
Then were there two thieves crucified with him,
Tell them what they had, son.
one on the right hand,
And
another on the left.
what happened?
And they that passed by reviled him,
And did what else?
wagging their heads,
Listen.
and saying, Thou that destroyest the temple,
And do what?
and buildest it in 3 Yamim,
Tell them what happened, son.
save thyself.
Save yourself.
If thou be the Ben of Elohim, come down from the two.
And what y'all to do?
Likewise also, the Rosh Kahan mocking him with the scribes and elders said,
What they say?
He saved others,
Himself.
he cannot save.
What happened?
If he be the Malak of Yasharal, let him
do
now
what?
come down from the two,
And what happened?
and we will believe him.
Tell them what happened, Brandon.
He trusted in Elohim.
And what happened?
Let him deliver him now,
If he'll do what?
if he will have him.
Tell them what happened.
For he said, I am the Ben of Elohim.
And
The thieves also, which were crucified with him,
tell them what they did.
cast the same in his teeth.
That's why they were throwing rocks up at him and hit him in the mouth, because they were building a tower. That's the reason why they were throwing. They told they were casting rocks. They were throwing rocks at him too. You know when people talking about throwing rocks at people? That's what they were doing. People don't know why they were throwing rocks. They were building the tower. While they were ridiculing and making a mess, they didn't realize the book had already told you it was going to happen. He told them to do a new thing, and I told you that I already told you before it happened, but I know you'll tell a lie and claim you already knew it. I know you didn't know it. Listen.
Now from the 6th hour,
And
there was Kashak over all the land until the 9th hour.
tell her what happened.
And about the 9th hour,
Tell her what happened.
Yahusha cried with a loud voice, saying,
Wow. Wow. Why would he start crying all of a sudden when it got dark? Could it be because now we're dealing with Kadash Moon? It's completely dark. We're also dealing with it's the coming in of Pesach. He was supposed to blow it up in the solemn feast. New thing. He said, but I wouldn't have told you, you were going to tell a lie and claim your idol had told it to you. They're going to tell a lie and claim the idol had revealed it to him. He said, I know your neck stiff and your bride just like iron. You'll tell a lie in a minute, lying ass nigga. I love it. Listen what happened now.
Yahusha cried with a loud voice, saying,
What did he say?
Alyahu, Alyahu,
Alyahu, Alyahu.
lama sabachthani.
What is that to say?
That is to say, my Elohim, why hast thou forsaken me?
And what happened?
Some of them that
Some
stood
of them
there,
that stood by.
when they heard that,
What did they
said,
say?
this Anus calleth for Alyahu.
The problem become, I mean, he talking, and you paid attention, Book of Tahalim, he told him, I answered you in the thunder, which means you didn't hear what you thought you heard. Because what he actually said was, Ali. I'm sorry, you would say Eli. Ali would mean my Elohim. He told you when they built the tower, I had to confound your language. So you didn't understand what he said, huh? That's why they said, this man called on Alyahu. Is that what you heard? Because that wouldn't make sense when he just told you what it meant. What it meant ain't the name. Ali is. That's what I do. Now, did it make sense that he said Alyahu, Alyahu? Which is to say, my Elohim, when the name does not mean that, the name means that Yahuwah is Elohim. He told you that some of them stood by, say he said that everybody did, so you didn't hear what you thought you heard. Matthew, been a while, and I'll let y'all go. Matthew 28. (13 and 47). Pen up now. We get ready to go. Let's see what he told him. Listen.
Again, the kingdom of Shamaym is like unto a net
That did what?
was cast into the sea,
Now pay attention. Now they're going to make sense that everybody going to be saved, going to be black. And what happened?
and gathered of every kind.
He just told you all nations going to be gathered before him. He threw a net out. He just told you, it's just like the kingdom of Shamaym. It's just like a man when he casts a net. When you cast a net, you're going to pull in something, everything get caught in the net. Well, the same thing with the Dabarim. When they put out him, it's going to draw more than what you're trying to get. Don't mean he's going to keep all of you now. Listen.
Which, when it was full,
What did he do?
they drew to shore
And did what?
and sat down and gathered the taub into vessels, but cast the bad away.
So what that meant that they gathered and they sat down? Judgment. The book, y'all was taught this in the 7th chapter of the book of Daniel. He told you then the throne was set up. And the Ancient of Days, the Ancient of You, he sat down to judge. That's what he told you. After he gathered, his determination to gather all these people. But when he gathered all these people that they didn't bring them there, then they're going to sit down because at that point they're going to do judgment. And it was gathered, and then listen what they did.
And sat down and gathered the taub into vessels,
And
cast the bad away.
listen what happened.
So shall it be at the end of the Aritz.
Then what's going to happen?
The Malachi shall come
Which means
forth.
his messenger, a Malachi is his messenger, not angel. He don't have no damn angel. Is dust. That's a drug. Angels is all that stuff. That stuff stems from Mizraim and still from Greek mythology. There's no such thing as no angel except for dust. That's a drug. They lied. Malachi, which means his messenger. That's what a Malachi is. Malachi. It means his messenger. That's what the Malachi are, his messengers. Listen.
And sever the Rasha.
He's going to separate the wicked, the evil one, the evil men. All that is covered under the Rasha. I'll put that up there for y'all too, huh? Write that down, Rasha. I spell Elvis? Oh, good. I'm separating it. Evil one. Yeah, Elvis wicked. Stole Chuck Berry, damn. Y'all got it? Rasha. Evil one, evil men, wicked. Listen.
And sever the Rasha from among the Sadak.
Come on. Sadak is just. You said Sadak or Sadiq? Sadak. 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 Which is just. Sadak. Listen.
And shall cast them into the furnace of fire.
What is it going to be?
Wailing and gnashing of teeth.
Listen what he asked them.
Have ye understood all these things?
So what y'all were taught right here, let me ask y'all a question. Have y'all understood this? Listen what he told them.
They say unto him, Yea, Malak. Then said he unto them,
Tell them what happened.
Therefore, every scribe.
This is what he's talking about. A scribe is somebody that knows the Testament law. That's what a scribe is. He said every one of them, they're skilled in the Old Testament law. Every one of them a scribe, they're skilled. When they come down to the law, what is he like, son?
Therefore, every scribe which is instructed unto the kingdom of Shamaym is like unto a Anus that is and beholder, which bringeth forth out of his treasure things new and old.
So to give you clarity on what he just meant, if you're good at what you do, he just said you can use the Old Testament and the New. That's good.